Hello guys. So 2023 was the era of ChatGPT. 2024 was the era of LLMs. And now we are in 2025, right? Which is the era of Agentic AI. So let's understand what Agentic AI means with this small presentation. Why do we need Agentic AI? And what and all are the use cases and examples which we can execute using Agentic AI. So let us take a simple example. So, for example, we are in 2010 and I want to book a trip to Pune. So, it was very difficult, right? I have to go to 10, 15 different sites just to plan a simple trip. I have to struggle for hotel booking and then open 50 different tabs and then book the hotel. That was very low key exhaustive process, right? That was AI 1.0, which is the glorified librarian pointing to the books. But now we are in agentic AI world, right? And it is giving actually that main character energy which we were requiring. Instead of just answering the questions, this AI is literally doing the things for us. This is like the friend who will not just tell that we have to go to party, but will actually help me grab the outfit as well as book the Uber for myself and then brings the snack for me as well. That is a whole different vibe, right? And it's actually the kind of big deal. Earlier, what used to happen is like Google search engine was there, correct? So it was very much revolutionary, but let us be very real about it. It is just used to match the keywords you search. For example, best places in Pune to roam. And it's like here are the 10 blue links. You figure out on your own. You still have to do all the tasks on your own. You have to go and look at each of the link and then you can decide one destination to visit to roam. Correct. Planning anything means browser tabs and browser tabs and browser tabs. Imagine planning a festive weekend with just Google in 2010. Actually horrible and pathetic, right? Then Siri came into picture. What Siri does is like it has the voice, but it doesn't got the personality yet. So it's like it could set timers for me. It could tell me about the weather around. But unfortunately, I cannot have an actual conversation with Siri, right? They can be termed as an acquaintance who only talks about themselves, but they will never remember anything what I told to them. For example, if I ask Siri, like, "Hi, hey Siri, what should I prepare for dinner today?" It should tell me, like, this, "Hey Ishita, this is what I have found out for you from web." Instead, it should remember, right, that I am a vegetarian and I hate ladyfinger, and accordingly, it should decide and plan some sort of menus for me and populate the same for me, right? But Siri never used to remember the things about our own self. Okay. Then LLM models came into pictures like GPT and Claude. The market literally changed. It literally changed the way we look at AI altogether. Now AI understood the assignment. Like it could get the context or vibes for me. It could talk to me like a human. It could remember the stuffs. Even if I have said that stuff 10 messages ago, it could remember that. So this was actually the final touch of agentic AI was needed. Now agentic AI entered the market, which is not only a friend of mine who will suggest me that hey you should go to gym, but it will actually book a class for me. It will put a reminder for me. It will ask me to put a take water bottle and everything required for me in the gym in the bag, send me a pep message when I am thinking of canceling or quitting the gym for a day. It is all in all your assignment executor, your money mentor. Yes, I agree to the point, like it still has some sort of delusions and hallucinations as of now. So the whole vibe here is agentic AI is not in the picture to replace human. Rather, it would be assisting us to extend our capabilities, providing us more space to for becoming more creative, emotional, and ethical part of the life, which machine cannot duplicate and it will never duplicate. Okay. So here are some facts and figures populated onto the screen wherein AI is breaking the glass around. So you can see uh, tech giant CEOs are promising uh, revenues and GDP growth by 2030 and by next 3 years. So this is what the growth big tech giant CEOs are thinking of in the upcoming some 5, 10, 15 years down the lane. So so now everyone is talking about Gen AI for like let's say 2 years now, and the timeline is all about agentic AI suddenly. And you're probably thinking like, aren't they the same? So the answer here is not really. So we can think of agentic AI as a super creative friend of us who can write poem for us, who can generate some sort of art form. But then what agentic AI does that in that case? Agentic AI is that friend who will actually get the stuff done. Like earlier I told you the example of the gym, right? So agentic AI is like the normal AI chatbot. In addition to that, it has tools and knowledge in combination with the normal chatbot so as to become an agentic AI bot. So now let's imagine I'm having a company and I'm having a team of intelligent AI agents working for me as an employee, handling my customer service task, marketing, sales, and operation. That's insane, right? Let's deep dive into AI agents. So, what are AI agents? So, AI agents are the system that enable LLM to perform actions by extending their capabilities by giving LLM access to tools and knowledge. Another example, another definition can be quoted as AI agents refers to the systems that possess the capacity to make autonomous decisions and to take actions to achieve specific goals with limited or no direct human intervention. So if you can properly see onto the screen, there are some terms which are highlighted. For example, systems, LLMs, perform actions, access to tools and knowledge. So the system here I'm referring to can be a group of components like the environment around the agent. Sometimes agent can get data from sensors and agent can collect data from sensors around it. So it can be one of the system as well. LLMs are used to determine the natural language and the data so that we can make a plan and we can perform the actions accordingly. Performing actions would be done with the help of LLMs as well as tools and knowledge available out there with the plan suggested by LLM. Access to tools and knowledge. So here basically the tools would be that agentic AI frameworks which are available around, and knowledge base would be some sort of services or tools or even other AI agents as well for that matter. Okay, so some key features of agentic AI are getting populated on the screen. Number one could be an autonomy, which refers to AI systems that can independently determine what actions to take to accomplish specific tasks. For example, if I give a prompt like build a website that tracks my workout progress and independently figure out workout progress. So now AI agent would independently figure out key uh, what files to create, what sort of databases to use, and how to implement without me myself specifying what to do in each step. Okay, so it is independently taking all sort of decisions on its own. So that is autonomy. Second would be goal oriented behavior. So it will actively work towards completion of the objectives even if it requires multiple steps or tools. It will take decisions on its own and then it will accomplish the given goal. For example, if I give optimize my e-commerce site performance, so the AI agent could automatically analyze my code.
It will analyze your code, identify the bottlenecks, test different solutions, and implement the changes that actually improve the load. Third one is environment interaction. So here environment can be of two types. It can be a physical environment, like collection of data from some sort of sensors, for example. That can be called as a physical environment. There is one more, which is a digital environment, which can be like fetching the data from tools, APIs, and other softwares to accomplish the specific task. Fourth feature can be quoted as the learning capabilities. So AI agents will improve its strategies over time based on the feedback given and its past experiences. Fifth one can be quoted as workflow optimization. So agentic AI can streamline entire business process by coordinating multiple tasks and automating decision process. Okay. Sixth one can be multi-agent collaboration. So different specialized AI agents will work together as a team, each handling their different aspect of the complex task. So these are AI agents. So the same features which I have explained are getting populated onto the screen for your reference. And don't worry, guys, I will be sharing this PPT as well with you all. So no need to worry about that. Now, what are the different types of AI agents? So some sophisticated definitions are kept onto the slide for you guys. So let me help you understand and get you simplified version of what this agents means. So reactive agents are like our basic chatbots that will forget the conversation history. It will not remember the conversation history at all. Second one are the goal-based agents. So goal-based agents can be quoted as the GPS, which will help me find the quickest route to go to the party. Third one would be the learning agents. Learning agents are the ones which will level up, level up uh, over the time and remember what they have worked on. Okay. Fourth and fifth one are the autonomous and multi-agent systems, which are like they will operate independently, but they will team up to perform a complex task. So these are the types of AI agents. These are a few types of AI agents I have added onto the screen. There are many more according to the usage and performance. So how AI agent will work? So there are four steps in which AI agent can work. So first input data collection, then processing of the data, then performing the action in the action layer, and then generating the output. So in the input sources, it can be some sort of knowledge bases or user queries or API calls or even other apps or websites for that matter. It will be used for collection of inputs. Next comes is AI processing, which will process the query analysis and it will apply the reasoning from LLM so as to get the context or pattern of the data. Third one is the action layer, which will take decisions and execute the tasks according to the decisions taken. And output refers to response generation. These are the four very simplified steps in which AI agent works. So next comes the comprehensive process, how the actual AI agent works. So it has four main process. First is observe, then orient, then decide, and then act accordingly. So observation steps is more or like similar to the data collection steps, which would include the data feeds or the user input or the sensors around. And then all of the collected data will be oriented into some sort of learnings or patterns, or it will understand the context out of it. And then decision in the decision stage, It will understand the potential goals and risk and then plan accordingly how to act onto the data. And then in the action stage, actual execution of the task would be done. Along with that, parallelly monitoring as well as feedback generation would be done. So this is how our entire agentic AI process works. And the thing is, it is an iterative process. Once we get a feedback for the next iteration, we would be doing it in a much better way, and we would, as agentic AI has that learning capability, it would be learning with each iteration, and it is getting better and better with each iteration. So now a diagram is getting populated. It is an example of the customer service agent for you guys. So it has three steps. One is a master agent, then there are some sort of orchestration agents present, and then there are some micro agents present. So the first one showcasing in red color is the master agent, which is the customer support agent, and then one showing in gray, that is an orchestration agent, and that orchestration agent is connected to various micro agents so as to get the task done. So this micro agent would be doing the task. For example, one might be an FAQ agent, one might be a feedback collection agent, one might be a user resolution agent, and these agents will work together combinedly as a team so as to get the customer service task done. So now we talked about tools, right? Access to tools. So these are some agentic AI tools, some sort of commercial as well as open source tools available to actually build an AI agent. So some examples are LangGraph, AutoGen, Creve AI, AutoGPT, and their features and functionalities are pretty much visible onto the screen. So I'll wait for you guys for a minute. You can have a look, and then we can move ahead. So let's move ahead to the real world success stories, wherein on today's date, AI agents would be are installed and are working fine. So as you can see onto the screen, an HR agent is working and installed and working today, deployed and working today properly onto the Unilever. And I'm so sorry. So let's move ahead and see some real world success stories wherein AI agents is deployed and are being used by some popular tech giant companies on today's date. So a HR agent is installed in Unilever and is working successfully. The other details are pretty much getting populated onto the screen. So they are using it for their screening of candidates, for video interviews and responses eh, as well. Second one is Bank of America. So if you go onto the Bank of America site and see the customer service agent, that is an AI agent. Similarly, Coca-Cola is using it for their marketing. Coupa is using it for their procurement things. Microsoft is using it for their performance operations management. And then Salesforce is using it for their sales. So these are quite a few examples wherein AI agents are deployed and are successfully getting used. So thank you. Thank you for patient listening.